Hello, everybody. It's Chris Wilson from St. Andrew, and here to talk about sermon this coming week. We started last Sunday a new series entitled Why, and we looked at why religion last week. And this week, the question we're looking at is why questions, which is kind of an interesting question to think about. Oftentimes, people grow up in the church and especially kids are curious and they ask lots of questions, and oftentimes in many settings they are discouraged in asking too many questions. Just believe it because that's what it is. But we know at St. Andrew in particular, we welcome questions and we welcome doubts and we welcome struggles. That's part of the journey. And the scripture text that will guide us in the sermon this week is from the Gospel of John. It's the 3rd chapter. It's the conversation between Jesus and Nicodemus. And one of the things I love about John's Gospel is we get longer stories in the Gospel than we do in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Those stories are much shorter. But in John, we get longer stories, longer interplay, longer conversations. And in this conversation between Jesus and Nicodemus, there's a chance to ask questions and to dialogue and to discern and to probe a little bit. And so we'll use that story, and we'll dive into that story a little bit and use it as a metaphor and as an example for this welcoming of questions and how questions propel us to possibly a new place in our faith. Sometimes the answers aren't always the solutions that we need. Sometimes it's the questions and the wonderings that really get us where we want to be in our faith journey and the growth of our faith. So we'll be reflecting on questions, the value of questions, the importance of questions, and not being afraid to ask the questions. And our faith is never a static exercise. We never feel like we're at a place of arrival. And questions push us to not be complacent with where we are in our journey. We want to continually grow, continually change, continue to expand who we are in our life of faith. So join us as we join Nicodemus, who asks questions to Jesus, as we seek to deepen who we are and grow who we are through questions. Join us on Sunday.